Jesse has the bottom half of Darth Maul, Padme and Rose Tico.
So I mean,
Think
all in
of the
all,
reproduction potential on my team, guys. With the bottom half of Darth Maul, I can breed a lot of Lords of Darkness.
This is the TopHouse podcast where we are TopHouse and we have a podcast. So today we're going to do something fun. This is a bunch of sticky notes, and on each one is a different series. And we're just going to list them.
Series of what, Joe? Be specific.
Unfortunate events.
Like fantasy series, books, nerdy stuff.
Now I understand.
And we're just gonna, you know, we're probably missing like a billion of them, but we have a few that are pretty good, and we're just gonna sort of rank them.
Heck yes.
And
we're gonna rank them in a tier fashion.
And this is the definitive ranking list of all these fantasy series. This will be what you go to when you are trying to decide which one is the best. This one is this is the objective list of how good all of these are.
It's worth mentioning.
It is exhaustive. We have everything. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's just worth mentioning. There is the best series out there is not mentioned here because it wouldn't even be fair. It's called Bionicle.
Yeah.
And if you can't even, it's just not.
It wasn't fair to put it in.
Yeah. We would have had to like burn all the other Post-it notes, and
that's bad for the environment.
Yeah. The greatest.
Wait, so are we going to
Unity, Duty,
Brotherhood,
Destiny. All right.
Sorry, that was the French Revolution. I get Bionicle and the French Revolution confused sometimes.
The same storyline. Okay.
Wait, so are we going to place them in a visually for our own benefit? So
we're just going to do one at a time and like list it, and then we can rearrange it. Oh yeah. I'll pull one out and like show you.
Yeah.
Like, and then we'll place
whatever tier. Yeah. Okay. I got you.
Yeah. And then we can move things around.
Cool.
And this isn't helpful for our listeners, but S is here, and that's the best tier.
Okay.
And S is the best. A, which is a little worse.
Yeah.
Then we got B. Then we got C. Then we got D. And God forbid, F.
Wow.
So C is like it's like a C grade. If like it's average on like, but also you should feel kind of bad.
Honestly, in this context, I'm not entirely sure because, you know, there's so many other tiers above it that I think it is. I think C is slightly worse than it would be.
C is kind of bad.
Just for the sheer addition mathematically of another tier, which.
Well, I guess that, you know, it'll, as we uncover more of these series, we'll sort of have an idea of where they fall in relation to each other.
Yeah.
And, you know, just to be totally clear, there's several of these series that probably none of us have read, but we're still going. This is still an objective take.
This is objective. Don't. Sure, Joe has MD after his name.
Definitely take it
for Maryland.
Take it as the final list. Okay, so to begin with, we have The Wheel of Time, written by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson.
How's it spelled? Like thyme or time?
It's like the passage of the clock,
you know,
the passage of time.
Wow.
So not the consumption of time.
So who all has read The Wheel of Time?
Oh, it's not a game show? What am I thinking of? Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune, yeah.
So close. I've read The Wheel of Time.
I've read the first couple chapters of the first
almost
book.
The same thing.
Give us a synopsis.
All right. Well,
whoa, don't give anything away that I haven't read it.
It's 14 books long.
Okay.
It is one of the longest fantasy series ever written.
That's what she said.
And yeah, it's one of those series that it's perfect in its imperfection. It like meanders and it's kind of strange. And the author had like a weird thing about people getting spanked as the books went on. People got spanked more and more in the books, and then he died.
The author died?
The author died.
Okay.
And then Brandon Sanderson came and finished the series in a pretty satisfactory way, I'd say.
When was this written, or around the time?
Started in the early 90s, finished up around 2013.
Okay.
this is just my take as someone who hasn't read the books. I feel like it belongs in at least an A or B simply because of its impact on.
I'd say
fantasy.
A. It's a high A.
Okay.
Cool.
The spanking sort of is what keeps it from the S.
Okay, but you would put it like pretty high up.
I'd put it pretty high up
in the world of fantasy literature.
In what ways has it informed fantasy literature?
Well, I think I don't know 100%.
I'll direct my question to the person.
Just
that's
like
read
in
book.
just in the fact that so many, I feel like current fantasy writers reference Robert Jordan and his work, or talk about him as a very big influence on them. Brandon Sanderson being a major one,
Yeah.
But I feel like he was sort of like from what I know, is like he was sort of the next tier or the next phase of fantasy after like Tolkien, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you say that's accurate? I don't know.
Pretty accurate, I'd say. So
Cool.
high A for Wheel of Time. What's next?
Okay, next we have A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Wow.
Oh man,
Has anyone read this?
Is this about basketball?
I've only heard about it through female coworkers, and they would probably put it at like S. And it sounds like
It's going in S then. That's the only take we've got.
it sounds like it's sort of like
Is it Pride and Prejudice vibes?
I wouldn't say so. It's more like
Pride and
50
versus
Shades
Zombies.
of Grey, but in fantasy times.
So like with dwarves.
Fairies, actually.
Oh, with fairies.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard, I only know like one or two people who have read it, but I've heard good things from them, or at least I haven't heard really anything besides, I like those books.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of the only take. That's all I know about these books, is that I know two people who like them.
So maybe, because other series have come up in the past and they've been such a cultural moment, but then have sort of faded, perhaps we'd be safest to place this in B, as we don't know. Yet it's been received. That's exactly.
Let's put it in B for now, then.
Yeah.
And we can always revisit. Maybe we could take some time and we could all read it.
Yeah.
Could listen to the audiobook.
We should each just read one page at random and then tell each other what we learned.
William can start reading A Court of Thorns and Roses on stage.
Okay, next one we have Dune, Frank Herbert.
Wow.
Ooh.
This one's tough because Dune is a phenomenal book, but the series gets really weird.
Are the other books not called Dune?
They're called like Dune Prophecy and Dune Messiah.
Is the first one just
Children of
Dune?
There's
That's
a
right.
hefty amount of them, right? So I've read the first one, and is the second one Messiah?
I believe so.
Okay, because they're great.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw the vote for, and unfortunately this is one I haven't read the book. I've seen the movies, but not same. I'm going to just say this is either A or B, because while it could be S, there are certain series that are fantasy series like Lord of the Rings that are just like the entire way through like S tier quality. Whereas I would say from like this starts off S tier quality and then becomes really strange. And so we can at least eliminate the S tier, but I'd also say that it's above C tier.
Yeah, I'd agree. I feel like it almost does start off S tier, but
if it was just Dune by
itself, just the longevity of it,
it'd be S tier.
So do we put it in?
What's its impact over time, do you think?
Incalculable.
Right. But like compared to others at this point, because this was a 70s book.
And it started sci-fi in a lot of ways, right?
It was basically the Lord of,
in the sci-fi boom, maybe in the 70s.
I know a lot of people, it was written before the 70s,
60s,
like 60s or 50s, I think.
Oh, okay.
And so like, did Lucas take a lot of inspiration from Dune?
He did.
Or
in
at
fact,
least
the sets
I know a lot
for
of people,
Tatooine were taken from a scrapped Dune movie.
right. And so you could say that it has massive impact because, I mean, Star Wars is, Star Wars.
So throw it in A.
It's like Flash Gordon. I feel like, all right,
Seems like it
throw
at
it
least
in A
an
then.
A tier.
It seems A.
Okay, The First Law. This is a trilogy by Joe Abercrombie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And man, you've read it,
I've
Andy?
read it, yeah.
Have you guys read any? I feel like, to me, I love Joe Abercrombie's stuff. I feel like it's really entertaining. But I would almost probably put it in B because I don't know if none of it like moved me in a way beyond just like, this is entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something to be said for, I think he had some brilliant characters in that series. And that was the standout for me, was the characters. But yeah, it's just kind of hard to, when you compare it against some of the heavy hitters that we've been talking about, like A Court of Thorns and Roses. It's just kind of hard to compare it or put it on that level. So yeah, I'd put it in B.
Okay. We're putting it in B.
Right next to A Court of Thorn and Roses.
I feel like we'll do a couple more and then maybe we can look at what we have and decide if we need to move anything up or down based on what we've got. The next one is the Kingkiller Chronicles, which is Patrick Rothfuss, and it's supposed to be 3 books. I feel like this would be an S tier if it was done, but it's not done. So
I think it's a C tier.
Really?
I do.
Wow.
I thought the first book was absolutely stunning. I thought it was really well written. And I thought it was just absolutely captivating. And then I thought book 2 was just kind of meandering and bizarre and like spent like 300 pages of him being like trapped by a sex fairy or something. That's like the only thing I remember.
Wow.
And it just sort of like ran out of gas. And then it really ran out of gas because the series never finished.
Yeah, that's definitely a failing point. I just love, there's a lot of music in the first book.
That's true.
And the way he describes music is so cool. Like there's this scene where the main character has to like earn this sort of pin by playing. It's kind of confusing, but he has to play his guitar or whatever in front of people. And it just like the way he describes the emotion of playing music, I was like, wow, this is very cool. But okay, so should I just throw it in B? If there's
split the difference.
We'll split the difference. Okay. Ooh, the Stormlight Archive. Brandon Sanderson.
I'm gonna throw. I'm like very torn on this one because I would have considered this S tier until the last book came out, and I'm gonna throw it in A tier for 2 reasons. One is I think that, like Jesse, you mentioned the A Court of Thorns and Roses, that maybe is S tier if it like stands up to the test of time, but not enough time has passed. It's definitely true with Stormlight Archives. But and also like the books are becoming much more meandering as they go on, along with other like interesting kind of weird things happening. And yeah, I feel like we got one of the largest books ever made. I think like for this last one, it really didn't have to be that long. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I'm going to throw this an A, but it could become an S over time, kind of like.
I'll go A. Yeah. For similar reasons. I think some of the best characters of all time are in this series and some of the best plot writing, but
I'd put it low A. It's below Dune and Wheel of Time, but
okay.
Yeah, like that.
It's like right there. It's just a little bit.
It's A-.
A little bit below. It's an A minus. Okay. Lord of the Rings.
S.
Okay. Yep. Chronicles of Narnia.
Ooh, I'm going to throw it on A, but I could be convinced to put it on B as well.
Man,
it's been so long since I've read these books.
They're definitely children's books. They are not designed to they're not designed to be like a deep lore, but the plot is interesting and like the different characters are memorable.
I feel like this is definitely the most like different out of all the ones that we've and like tone and all of that. It's hard to place.
And there's definitely inconsistency between the different books. Some of them are incredible. None of them are bad, but some of them are much better than others.
I feel like if you are judging it on like longevity, though, it's at least an A alone. Even if you don't take anything else into account, like they're still being read and people know them. I don't know.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Really terrible.
Like big.
Right, Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Big story in like elementary schools and
like
schools
they're probably still going to be making movies. There's probably going to be a whole nother set of movies at some point, I'm sure. I don't know.
How would it compare to Dune or the other A's? Do we need to rearrange now?
You know what? I'd be happy putting it with the other A's. I think it's in good company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd throw it. Yeah, I'd throw it as a low A, high B.
Okay. So how are we feeling about Lord of the Rings is S? I feel like we all knew that was going to happen. In A, we have the Chronicles of Narnia, Stormlight Archive, Dune, and the Wheel of Time. And in B, we have the Kingkiller Chronicles, the First Law Trilogy, and A Court of Thorns and Roses. Is there any change up?
It feels like you guys want to move the B's down to C's, probably Stormlight down to B, and maybe Chronicles of Narnia down to B potentially.
I do kind of feel like I want to move some of these down to C, honestly. Now that like I feel like there's no room, everything's just going to be A or B.
All right, sorry, A Court of Thorns and Roses, but you're demoted.
Remember, this is an objective, exhaustive list.
And exhaustive. We've got every series.
This is. Don't forget, when we put something in C, that means it's definitely. None of us have read A Court of Thorns and Roses. Maybe that's why it's in C.
Yeah,
that works. Okay,
I mean, Stormlight Archives is like honestly, a low A.
The one that I'm about to say makes me want to put both the Kingkiller Chronicles and the First Law into C as well, because I think that this series is better than them, but not an A. And this is Eragon.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just do it because
I feel like the Eragon books. Oh man, I don't know. It's definitely. Oh, man. It very well could be a nostalgia thing for me too.
It's 100% a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could be convinced to make this a C as well because the first book is really well written, and then about midway through the book, the writing quality drops, which is really weird. It's right when Murtagh breaks them out of the prison they're in. Inexplicably, the quality drops, and then like the writer I don't know, the plot kind of just went somewhere weird. So I want to throw this in B for nostalgia purposes. You know, I could be also convinced to throw it in C for like critical purposes.
Let me just throw in an alternate take here. The writer of Eragon was a homeschooled kid from Montana. And I think that is enough for an S. I think that's S tier.
All right. S tier. Eragon is S tier. Because he's from Whitehall, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Man.
Oh, Whitehall is close to Butte. Yeah.
I've literally heard he's from a different city every time I hear about these books.
Turns out he's actually from like Omaha.
See, I don't know. I mean, I've reread these several times, and I read them again, maybe like just over a year ago. And I gotta say, I still really enjoy them, like start to finish, 1 through 4. I don't know.
He's born in Southern California, but has lived most of his life in Paradise Valley, Montana.
Oh, it's beautiful. I think either S or B.
I say S, but maybe put it a bit to
like
the side.
S
it's like
minus.
Parallel
it's
S.
It's like an S with a little like star on it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you guys could walk into a library or bookstore and pick up either Eragon or Lord of the Rings and be equally happy with reading both of those.
Honestly, kind of. I'd probably be happier reading Eragon or Lord of the Rings than most of the other series on this list.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Valid.
Okay. Percy Jackson. I've never read these.
I've never read them either.
I have.
Oh, where would you put them, William?
This is either an A or B group. It's similar to Chronicles of Narnia, where it's very it's definitely children oriented, but the cultural impact was very heavy. Like there a lot of, especially like late millennial, early Gen Z.
It's pretty crazy. Like the Greeks got their culture from Percy Jackson, and we got things like democracy from the Greeks.
That's really cool.
Wow. Percy Jackson is huge.
Kind of
it's a huge moment.
But I
think George Washington referenced Percy Jackson
in the Constitution after he wrote it.
Well, okay, William, would you put it on equal terms with Chronicles of Narnia?
That's the hard part. Is I don't know if I'd put it like, and that's also nostalgia because I grew up with Chronicles of Narnia, whereas Percy Jackson, something I read when I was like in high school, early college. But so like different experiences. But I'd say it's definitely a B. It's definitely a B, if not an A. Okay. It's one of the things that also makes it impressive is there's not like 4 of these books. There are like 20 or something. Oh, wow. And like the quality goes up over the series and does not start bad. And that's good.
Okay. Well, it's going in B.
Yeah, I'll throw it in B in relation to the Chronicles of Narnia, but not.
Ooh. Okay. I'm going to read these next 2 at the same time because they're somewhat related in that they're both from the Star Wars universe. We have the Darth Bane trilogy and the Thrawn trilogy, specifically the Legends version. I think, are these both Timothy Zahn? Did he do Darth Bane or Darth Bane someone else?
I want to say Darth Bane someone else.
I think it is someone else.
I'm a bit biased towards these. I think they should both be A at the least, but I don't know if they're Lord of the Rings worthy, but
I've barely watched the Star Wars movies. I definitely don't read Star Wars books.
Jesse, where would you put the Thrawn trilogy?
Probably in like C.
Okay, C it is. I like the Darth Bane trilogy more than the Thrawn trilogy, personally.
I agree.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
There's also something, not to be one of those people, but it's like you read these books, especially the Thrawn trilogy, and you just think about what could have been.
Mm.
There's just like a tinge of melancholy to the reread.
Yeah.
I would probably personally put them both in B, if not even a B-.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say B+ to my A- to Bane.
Okay.
B to B- to Thrawn trilogy.
We'll go like this then. It's like barely different. It's like a B half plus and a B half minus.
Yeah.
C's get degrees, so right now everybody on this board is a doctor.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Before we go on, I'm just sort of, now that I'm looking at our B row, I just don't feel like either Darth Bane or Thrawn are, I like them both, but they're not on the same level as Kingkiller or the First Law. So what I'm proposing is A Court of Throne and Roses goes down to D, and
then you go
Darth Bane and Thrawn.
That's okay with me.
C.
I can accept that. The Bane trilogy and the Thrawn trilogy go to C.
I could say, yeah, I'd say so. I wonder if we're like rearranging stuff to this amount though, should we just like bite the bullet and put Stormlight Archives in B?
I'm happy with that.
Man, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Let's hold off.
Let's hold off on that. I don't think I'm ready to put it in B. I might be. I need more convincing maybe. Okay, The Hobbit.
A.
Yeah.
Easy A.
Easy A.
Easy A. Jesse?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
You've read The Hobbit every night at our shows, right?
I've only for some reason we've only read page 69 like every time.
I wonder why.
Okay, A Song of Ice and Fire, George R.R. Martin. Is that the name of the whole series? Mm-hmm. Is that like cool? I didn't know if the name of this series was that or not.
It is.
He still hasn't finished it, right?
It's been 13 years since the last book, and it's still an S for me. I'm sorry.
An S.
That S.
I think, like, apart from Lord of the Rings, and for completely different reasons, it is the best fantasy series, even incomplete.
It is phenomenal. I've Never watched the show, but I have read 1 through 5. And
didn't you watch a bunch of Game of Thrones?
No, I've never seen it.
I thought you were watching through it when you lived in William's house for a while. No? Did I make that up?
No, you must have made that up.
That's so crazy. I swear I remember you being like, I'm going to go watch Game of Thrones.
Stop projecting things on
Sorry.
me. Maybe I was reading it at that point.
Maybe.
So,
yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, I don't know. That's trick. It is so good. I would definitely put it in A. I don't know if I'd put it on S tier, but
the thing about it for me is I've reread it multiple times, and there's just something about this series that I can't put my finger on, where it feels like a real world. Like none of the other books. It doesn't feel constructed. It doesn't feel like this was a plot that somebody thought up and then just sort of like arranged with words to get where they wanted. This feels like an imaginative like construction.
I think it's because he was literally pulling from history. I would imagine, like the whole Battle of Hastings kind of history is.
There's a lot of like the Red Wedding is based off of the Scottish. There's
or the Lancasters versus the Yorks, whatever that war was.
The War of Roses. Yeah, so it's like a lot of that UK history.
It's really interesting because your exact reason for putting it in S is the exact reason I wouldn't put it in S.
I understand,
and that is the like I believe that this like it feels so realistic in a sense, and that's like amazing. It speaks very highly of his writing and like plot building, but to me, I almost want to be put in this state of like other world when I'm reading a fantasy book.
Are we rating it on its fantasy-ness, or are we rating it on its how it makes us feel-ness?
That's a good question. Let's put it in F.
Everybody wins.
I would.
Okay, here's a compromise. We put it in A and we move everything else down a tier.
Whoa, I like it.
So Court of Thorns and Roses goes from, what is it in? D? There's no E, is there?
There's an F.
We
can leave it in D. I don't think any stakes are.
Well, let's just put it in F for now.
Okay.
And then Darth, Bane, and Darth Trilogy, and Thrawn Trilogy go to Darth Trilogy. They go to D. Percy Jackson, Kingkillers, and the First Laws go to C. The Chronicles of Narnia, the Stormlight Archive, Dune, Wheel of Time, and the Hobbit all go to B to make room for A Song of Ice and Fire, which is now in A. And we still have Lord of the Rings and Eragon in S.
This works for me.
Okay, we can rearrange later. I don't know. Okay, we've got The Dark Tower, which is Stephen King, right?
It sure is.
I've never read these, but they're high on my list of books that I want to read.
So it's a 7-book series, and they made a 90-minute movie out of it.
That's like they did the whole series in that one movie, right? Or it's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. It was bafflingly bad. But just to give you guys a few little snippets of things that happen in this series. The series is about a man who's a cowboy from another dimension, and his world is falling apart, and he needs to find the Dark Tower, which is the nexus of all reality. And in this series, he helps a man smuggle cocaine to another dimension. The members of like the characters in the book go and find Stephen King in the real world to convince him to write the series.
Whoa.
It's possibly the most cracked out. Like, there's a lot of things in there, like multiverse things. Like, this is written in like from the 70s through the early 2000s. And I think there's just a lot of things in the series that were original at the time that like no one else had really done.
Solid B?
I'd put it.
Would you put it next to A Song of Fire and Ice?
I don't know.
Yeah, or maybe here's a good. What is it more like a Wheel of Time good or the First Law good?
It's sort of like neither. It's very, what it is out of all the books here, it's the most imaginative.
Mm-hmm.
It just, there's ideas in that book that are just like not in anything else, in that series rather.
I mean, is it belong in A then? Just because we don't know what else to do with it?
Yeah, I don't have any say on this. I
I'd
like
go-
the idea of cowboy and multidimensional.
You would
worlds.
love it.
Like,
We actually started
it's very
listening
high on the
to
list
it.
of books I want to read, but
We started listening to it in the van a couple weeks ago at like 2 a.m. when we were driving back from some gig.
It was trippy.
It starts.
call it
out really
a B
trippy.
plus.
Let's go B plus.
B plus. So it's just barely above all these other normal Bs. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Harry Potter.
We have 2 left. Maybe I should save this one for last. I don't know. Well, no. Okay. Harry Potter is the next one.
This is hard because I don't think it's Lord of the Rings quality, but I would put it above The Hobbit. So I know that this new A tier is kind of sacred, but I would throw it. I would throw it in this A tier because I think the cultural impact is incalculable. It's at least as important as Lord of the Rings.
I'd say it's got to be an A, and they're so good too. I don't know. They're great books.
But
So
like I would say that like the depth of like the lore and the plot and like the themes is not to the extent of Lord of the Rings, but I would even be okay with putting this in S tier. It could be an S minus, and Lord of the
because
Rings
it's like a children's book that's still just kind of resonated with everybody of all ages, even me, and I've never even read it.
It's just it's incalculable. I'd throw it either in low S or high A is my vote.
I could agree with that. Yeah. I feel like they just hold up too. I don't know. They're not. I never get bored of rereading these.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it right there. It's like an A and a half.
There we go.
And the final one is the Space Trilogy by C.S. Lewis.
Oh man,
It's a great series.
it is a good series.
I feel like on this list, I would put it at
F?
least B, if not.
Oh,
I don't think it's an A. Not for me, at least. I think it'd be a B or a C. And that's because the third book is one of the only books in my life that I started and couldn't finish. Like I have this thing where like, if I start a book, even if I hate it, I have to finish it. I never finished the third Space Trilogy book because it was just so boring.
that sounds like
so boring.
an F to me.
I loved 1 and 2, but I still want to give it another shot because that was maybe I was a little younger and probably didn't have enough grit to get through it or something.
The description is giving me C vibes.
What's that?
Your description is giving me C vibes.
Yeah.
So wait, no, I need to like reorient myself.
Okay.
S A B C. Yeah, that seems good. Space Trilogy and C.
I know that we're out of post-it notes, but I feel like we'd be remiss if we didn't rate Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Dude, I literally was thinking the same thing. That's definitely A, right?
It's A or S in my opinion,
Oh, wow.
and the Dresden books, just cause.
I think if that one's A, then Harry Potter is probably S. Just because I think Avatar's impact is a little bit more specific generationally, where Harry Potter's impact is probably much broader.
Honestly, that's one of the amazing things about Avatar: The Last Airbender is that it feels just as prolific as all of these like series that are books. And it was just a cartoon.
Right.
So I'd put it in A.
Yeah.
What about 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh. Probably put it right there with the Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yeah, because it is the Court of Thorns and Roses without dwarves.
Yeah, so it's lower.
Have you seen it? Do you know?
I'm just using the information from the beginning of the podcast.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what my lawyers said.
Okay, so here's what we have right now. I'm going to read out where we have everything currently, and then, kind of like as a final take on where things have landed, and then we can make some final adjustments. Once those adjustments are made, this will be set in stone as the list. The only list. If you type in what's the best thing, this list will come up. And that
will it be a merch item?
it will change the fabric of the universe and everybody will know exactly what this is. Okay.
Is that a merch item?
It's a merch item. This is we're just going to sell these Post-it notes. All right. So I'll go from the bottom to the top. Right now in F tier, which is the last tier, unless there's more below it, but there's not. We have A Court of Thorns and Roses. None of us have read that. In D, we have the Darth Bane trilogy and the Thrawn trilogy. So all of our Star Wars books have made it to D. C, we have Percy Jackson, the Kingkiller Chronicles, the First Law trilogy, and the Space trilogy. B is the Dark Tower, the Chronicles of Narnia, the Stormlight Archives, Dune, the Wheel of Time, and the Hobbit. A is Avatar: The Last Airbender and A Song of Ice and Fire. A.5 is Harry Potter. And S is The Lord of the Rings and Eragon. The only thing I feel like I'm not sure I feel right with The Hobbit being in B.
Hobbit can go up to A. That's fine with me.
Yeah, I just don't know enough about A Song of Ice and Fire to compare it, but I'd say, yeah, you could put it in.
I also got to say, I think A Court of Thorn and Roses probably should go up to B, because I haven't heard of literally any of these books except for the Percy Jackson one, but I have heard of this one, and that
I would go even
worth
farther.
something.
In fact, so Jesse doesn't really read fantasy, and I think that it really speaks for A Court of Thorns and Roses that Jesse not only knew about it, but knew some of the stuff that it is like. And the only other series that he was able to do that with was Harry Potter.
Right.
So I would possibly argue that A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Wow.
A.5.
A.5. All the way up with Harry Potter.
Let's throw it to A, because like we also all know about Twilight. And
Twilight would be A.5.
Actually, I think the fact that Twilight isn't even on this board and A Court of Thorns and Roses is really says something about A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Oh,
so
yeah.
maybe what that means
is it
perhaps
goes
A Court of Thorns
further.
and Roses actually
S.5.
S.
That's above Lord of the Rings now.
Yeah. Wow.
What if, okay, hear me out. What if Lord of the Rings was taken off of this table? Would everything just stay where it is?
So then put it beyond S as...
Wait, but that's where Bionicle is.
Oh, you're right. There's no room. There can only be one beyond S, and that's Bionicle.
Why?
So never
Can't
mind.
you have both Lord of the Rings and Bionicle in the same universe?
I mean,
Are you limited in your imagination?
Yes.
Where do we still feel good about? We have we have the Stormlight Archive below.
They're like, it's like B minus.
Chronicles of Narnia.
And Dark Tower is B plus.
That looks pretty good.
This looks a good
like
board.
a pretty good list. So
in summary,
okay, so we've moved some things around. So now in last place we have the Thrawn trilogy and the Darth Bane trilogy in D. We no longer have anything in F. We've got Percy Jackson, Kingkiller Chronicles, First Law, Space Trilogy are all C's. Dark Tower is a B plus. Chronicles of Narnia is a B. Stormlight Archive is a B minus. Dune and the Wheel of Time are B's. Got Avatar: The Last Airbender, Song of Ice and Fire, and The Hobbit in A. Harry Potter's A.5. Lord of the Rings and Eragon are S, and Court of Thorns and Roses is S plus.
The one that's nearest Bionicle.
That wins most improved,
like the
most
left hand
improved
of
player.
I wouldn't say that S plus necessarily means like S above. It's more like a delta tier where it's like, this is for our S plus members. Like it's not actually any different. It's just
it would just
like
it's a
just
board.
more expensive.
It would board before
Diamond Medallion boards before,
but it doesn't make it better.
Right.
Or who is it? 360 World members board before.
That's the secret one. That isn't secret. It's the Delta 360.
Oh, okay. Those ones board first.
What
that's
about
Court of
isn't
Thorns
there a
and
Delta
Roses.
360 Platinum?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm even more sure that's an actual
Probably.
secret.
Isn't there Diamond and then Diamond Medallion members?
No, Diamond Medallion is a Diamond Medallion member. You also have Platinum Medallion members.
Oh.
Is there any platinum gold medallion members?
No, there are Gold Medallion members.
Oh, so Medallion is just like a word like Czar or Caesar.
Yes, exactly.
So you're like
Are
an
there any of
Augustus.
these with like plus added, like platinum medallion plus members?
No, but the seats have pluses in front of them. So there's like Comfort Plus, for example, which should not be confused with the overnight premium select.
We should just do an episode of you describing Delta Airlines.
Next time we should rate airlines.
Oh,
that's
good.
That's a great idea.
Okay. Well, this has been this thing. Maybe in maybe in the liner or in the notes or whatever, we can list what this is so people listening have a visual. And then that way they can copy and paste that and send it to all their friends when they're asked what is the best fantasy series of all time.
By guys who've definitely read them all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
What's the next thing?
We're now moving into our folklore segment, which is where one of your top 5 favorite folk bands talks about lore from kind of like what we've been doing this whole episode, but we have specific things. And so Nate on the camera is going to hand me a thing of Post-it notes. And I believe what I'm doing is these are
wait, let's get these Post-it notes out of the way. Should anybody take a picture?
Yeah, maybe we should take a picture of this.
I'll take a picture.
Hey, Jesse's, can you take a picture?
I'll take a picture.
Okay.
Wait, but move that because that's.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
There we go.
C3PO.
Where's C3PO?
Okay.
Rating.
So I believe what we're doing here is we've got a list of characters from Star Wars and we are drafting teams. Okay. Nice. So we've got, so should I lay them all out, I guess?
Yeah.
So we have a trivia question. Whoever gets the closest to the trivia question gets to pick first, and then it's just going to go clockwise until all of these are chosen, and then we'll fight to the death.
Here's the trivia question. How many Star Wars video games are listed on the IGN website? I'm going to go, personally, my guess is 31.
I'm going 40.
I was going to say like 72.
Let's go with 89.
Wow.
I'm going to go big.
There were 200. I almost was going to
273?
Yes. I almost guessed.
Wow, we were way lower. Wow.
That's wild.
Are they counting like apps, like App Store
like
games?
Probably every single Star Wars game ever.
Okay, well, I guess that means I win because I had 89. I was only like 200 off. Okay.
So what's a Lobot, first of all?
So we've got, Lobot is he's like the bald guy in Empire Strikes Back with the thing around his head that like twists it, when they're in Cloud City.
I probably just won't pick that unless I have to.
Okay.
Oh.
So, we've got C-3PO, R2-D2, Jar Jar Binks, Admiral Akbar, Greedo, Padme, Maz Kanata, Max Rebo Band, Rose Tico, Salacious B. Crumb, Lobot, and the bottom half of Darth Maul.
No weapons.
No weapons. Okay, so I get to go first.
Those legs are pretty active.
Admiral Akbar. He's my first choice.
That way you'll know if there's a trap.
It's to you, Will.
Oh, it's me. We're going counterclockwise.
Nope, that's the way a clock goes.
You're right. We're going normal clockwise. I'm into that. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick R2-D2.
Wow,
it's a good pick.
It's pretty solid.
I'm gonna go with the Max Rebo Band.
Dang, that's like 4 members in one.
A good one. It's definitely a good one.
I'll probably go with Padme.
It's pretty good. I'm gonna say Greedo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Greedo. Who's Salacious B. Crumb? I'm not sure who that is.
Let's consult Wikipedia. Salacious B. Oh, this guy. He's the guy.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. He's the guy who laughs he's like the guy helping run the Millennium Falcon.
He's
no, that's not it. He's in Jabba's palace.
Kowakian monkey lizard.
He's like the guy that steals C-3PO's eye.
Oh yeah.
And then like jumps on the ceiling and goes like, he does laugh though. Yeah.
I want that guy. I'm taking that guy.
That guy scared me when I was a little kid. Like his laugh.
make him even more powerful against your team.
Yeah. Well, I think Jar Jar is the key to all of this, as a wise man once said.
I'm taking the bottom half of Darth Maul.
I wanted that. Man. Oh, we're running low here. So we've got C-3PO, Maz Kanata, Rose Tico, and Lobot left. I'm going to go with Lobot because he seemed like he was pretty useful in Cloud City. I don't know. This is sort of an interesting cast.
Dang it. I'm left with C-3PO, Maz Kanata, and Rose Tico here. Something about choosing a sequel character just bothers me. But C-3PO is easily the most useless member of these three. Maz Kanata is like the noob choice because she'd be like technically the best fighter out of all of this.
Wait, who's Maz Kanata again?
She's like
in the new series.
Yeah,
you know,
she's the one
like,
with
she's the one with the giant orange head, and they visit her.
Gives Rey the lightsaber.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So she's definitely the best out of all of these. She's kind of like, but I have to choose C-3PO because R2-D2 needs company.
Yeah, that's fair.
And also
You've got R2-D2, Salacious B. Crumb, and C-3PO. That's a dream team. That sounds like an episode of the Clone Wars.
I know.
All right, I'm gonna go Maz Kanata.
Well, I think for my last choice, I'm gonna go with Rose Tico. Can anybody tell me what that is?
It's the person that everyone really hated in the 8th movie. She's the one who like
freed the animals.
Kisses Finn and frees all the like animals.
Is she like the Asian gal?
Yeah.
And then she's the one that crashes into Finn to save everyone, even though that's what Finn was trying to do.
Did her sister die in the Great Bombing in the beginning of the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's her.
No,
wow.
So I mean,
think
all in
of the
all,
reproduction potential on my team, guys. I can breed with the bottom half of Darth Maul. I can breed a lot of Lords of Darkness.
Okay, so we've got Jesse has the bottom half of Darth Maul, Padme and Rose Tico. I've got Admiral Akbar, Greedo, and Lobot. William has R2-D2, Salacious B. Crumb, and C-3PO, and Andy has the Max Rebo Band, Jar Jar Binks, and Maz Kanata.
Wow.
Those all seem like they're like spiritually related.
This seems like they would go to a Grateful Dead concert.
Wow. Okay. Wait. So who would lose here? Like, who's the first out?
It's probably William.
This is a Clone Wars episode. I win.
That's true. Clone Wars episode. You definitely
that
win.
literally is a Clone Wars episode.
I feel like I win on paper, but like in actuality, I would probably lose in the movies because Admiral Akbar died, Greedo died, and Lobot didn't really do anything.
I'll throw myself as like dying like in a battle versus like Andy because like he's just like it's pretty cursed to have R2-D2, C-3PO, and Salacious B. Crumb, but it's much more cursed to have Jar Jar Binks and a band. And like then with Maz Kanata backing that up, I think even R2-D2 and C-3PO wouldn't be able to withstand Jar Jar.
Jar Jar Binks was a general, so he knows his stuff.
Interesting. Is it Padme has plot armor though, right? So I'm like invincible.
She dies.
That's right.
I think that the only one with plot armor is
probably
William.
Yeah,
has got R2-D2 and C-3PO.
That's true. Yep. I guess you could probably kill the Max Rebo band.
Sad.
Well, how many members is the Max Rebo band?
5? 4 or 5.
From their early years or their...
Let's consult Wikipedia.
Well, they had a few lineup changes. Like, who was their singer in the 80s?
Yeah.
It's a jazzy 12-member ensemble.
Oh, wow.
What? You're like
You
the
got
Arcade
numbers.
Fire of the galaxy.
Okay, so
Wow.
it's basically Max Rebo, Jar Jar, and Maz Kanata versus R2-D2, Salacious B. Crumb, and C-3PO.
Well, it depends. Like, does he get to breed people? Like, is Jesse's strategy
It takes
gonna work?
years, though.
Yeah, so I'm hanging out in the background, breeding silently. And then after my enemies have fought each other, here I come, launching forward with the spawn. Padme had a kid, right? I don't remember a lot, guys.
The midichlorian count there.
The midichlorian. That's what. Yeah, thanks, Andy. So, and Rose Tico. I mean, she had a gun. I think. And she's not going to get a gambling addiction.
That's fair. Yeah.
And the bottom half of Darth Maul,
sorry,
come on. Like, he's already dead. You can't kill him again.
You're out.
Kill me once, can't kill him again.
There's no way.
I don't know. I think it depends. We never set a time limit. I'm going to say Jesse wins if there's over like 10 years.
What?
Like,
no, then it's like 10-year-olds versus.
He said over 10-year-olds.
All right. Here's the parameters. It's Cloud City. And there's a force field that's like slowly closing.
And it's Friday night.
Over like a 15-minute period.
So we're literally playing Apex Legends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put myself back in the conversation because Lobot is like owns Cloud City. And I have Admiral Akbar and Greedo who are probably... Greedo definitely could probably
Admiral
beat
Akbar
any of
even
these
do
people in a fight, right?
Did Admiral Akbar do anything?
Yeah.
He died.
And
then didn't do anything.
Orchestrated the entire like rebel fleet.
Yeah, but Chopin orchestrated works of music.
Do you guys remember that scene at the beginning of Revenge of the Sith where like R2 kills like 50 battle droids by just like modifying the computer and turning gravity off and all that crap?
Do you remember when Jar Jar had those blue balls?
How could I forget?
And he just like he needs to join Jesse.
That's true.
All right. Well, this has been.
We'll let the fans decide who
you
wins.
decide. Tell us in the comments who wins.
Anyway, I like my team.
The TopHouse podcast. We'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.